Welcome to the International English Language Testing System. This is a mock speaking test conducted by Maulik English Academy. This is Tasnia Zaman. Today I'm your practice examiner. This exam is divided into three parts. In the first part, I will ask you some personal questions and some topic related questions. Are you ready?
Yes,
What's your name?
my full name is Isra Sultana Mojumdar, but you can call me Isra.
Israt, where are you from?
I'm originally from Kumilla, but I was born and raised in Dhaka.
Okay. Do you study or work?
Yes, I study in class 7 at Manipur High School and College.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have two siblings, an elder sister and a younger brother.
Okay, let's move to the topic related questions. So the first question is, what kinds of food do you like to eat?
I like the combination of both spicy and sweet foods. In spicy foods, I like biryani, kachi, and also some foreign foods like spicy noodles. And in sweets, I like traditional things like rashmalai, yogurt, and rasgulla, and also cakes and puddings.
That sounds good. What kind of new food would you like to try?
I would really like to try Korean and Japanese food. In Korean foods, I would like to try kimchi and spicy rice cakes. It's really famous all over the world because of its flavor and spiciness. And also sushi from Japan, which is also famous because of its freshness and flavor. So I'd really like to try it.
Do you like cooking?
Yes, I like cooking, especially on weekends or when I have time. I like to try new dishes with different ingredients, and but I don't always have time to cook because I have many responsibilities like study and work.
Okay, Isra, do you prefer home cooked food or food from restaurants?
Of course, I prefer home cooked food because it's way more healthier and we can control what goes into it. But sometimes I also like food from the restaurant when I'm craving for something good and I'm lazy to make it.
Okay, what was the last meal you cooked?
The last meal that I cooked was biryani. I made it for my family with the help of my mother. I used rice, beef, and also some kind of spices. My family liked it very much. It turned out really good, and I would like to try it in future too.
Okay, let's move to the part two. In this part, we will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think what you are going to say. You can make some notes if you help. So here is a pen and the topic and the pencil. So your time started now. So your time is over. Please tell me the topic.
So, interest or hobby that I like very much is gardening. When I was a child, my parents used to grow flowers and vegetables on our rooftop. I would like to go with them and see how they do it. And by the time I also became interested in it, I have been doing it for 1 year. I started with some flower plants, and now I also have some vegetables like tomatoes and green chilies, and also some more flowers like marigolds and roses. I enjoy it for many reasons. Firstly, it is a very peaceful activity that helps me to relax and get away from stress. I like to spend time in my garden and water the plants and see how they grow. It also gives me a sense of achievement, especially when I harvest the vegetables that I grew myself. So another reason that I enjoyed because It connects me to nature, even though I live in a busy city. So overall, I like this very much because it keeps me happy, healthy, and connected to nature. That's all.
Okay, that's great. So let's move to the part three. So the first question is, do you think having a hobby is good for people's social life? In what ways?
Yes, I think having a hobby is very important because if a person have a hobby, they can make their free time more useful. And if a person doesn't have a hobby, he can spend his free time uselessly, and he might just scroll on his mobile phone, and it can also hurt his eyes. And if the hobby is something like physical, it can also help him to maintain a good health.
Okay, that's good. Are there any negative effects of a person spending too much time on their hobby? What are they?
Yes, if a person spends too much time on their hobby, it might have some negative effects, like they might forget about their responsibilities like study or work and even their friends or family. So, and also if the hobby is something like gaming, they might become addicted to it and forget to take care of their health. So, it must have a balance.
Okay. Why do you think people need to have an interest on hobby?
I think people should have an interest or hobby because people become tired and stressed because of their study and work. So, and hobby can help them to spend their free time usefully.
Okay. In your country, how much time do people spend on work and how much time on leisure? Is this a good balance, do you think?
In my country, people spend a lot of time in their work, like 8 to 10 hours, and especially who have full-time jobs. So they get really less free time, like in the evening or some weekends. So I think it would be good if they have more free time.
Okay, that's good. Would you say the amount of free time has changed much in the last 50 years?
Yes, I think the amount of free time has changed because back then life was slower and people were less busier with their work. So they had a lot of free time, but now people are more busier with their study and work. And technology also keeps people connected with work. So I think the amount of free time has changed.
Okay. The last question is, do you think people will have more or less free time in the future? Why?
I think people will have less free time in the future because life has become more competitive and people are busier with their work, and so people have less free time now, and also the cost of everything has risen, so people have to work more hours now.
Okay, this is the end of the part 3 and also your art speaking test.